Hey everybody, Adam here, and we're back with some more vintage. So I was having a conversation on Twitter today about what I think the best format in Magic is right now. And I'm a big fan of vintage right now. I like to place a tin. And during that conversation, I had someone brought up to me, hey, have you cast Serlock's Tome yet in vintage? And I'm like, no, I don't hate myself that much. And I was, this is a personal friend, was trying to sell me on playing Serlock's Tome and playing Smelting Vat Shops. Sorry, not happening. But that did remind me how much I am absolutely in love with this deck, which is Jewel Shops. If you missed the first time we were doing this shenanigans, this is a Mishra's Workshop-based deck that is looking to cast Coveted Jewel. So this is a 6-mana artifact. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Tap, add 3 mana of any color. Whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls attack you and aren't blocked, that player draws 3, gains control of Coveted Jewel, and untaps it. So our game plan is to draw 1 billion cards, and then assemble Saga plus Vault Key, Phyrexian Metamorph one of their threats, something to that effect, and win the game that way. Infinite turns will do that for you. To back that up, we have things like Force of Will, Pact of Negation, we have a Trinisphere, we have a single copy of Ghostly Flicker in main, which is something we can use to reset jewels, to draw more cards, and get ourselves access to more mana should we need it. And then we have some basics: Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, Karn the Great Creator, Demonic Tutor, Tolarian Academy, a full set of jewelry, and then another thing that's kind of important about this deck, I guess, one of the weirdo one-ofs is Moonsilver Key. John, hello and welcome. So Moonsilver Key is a 2-mana artifact that you can pay 1, tap, and sacrifice it to search your library for an artifact with a mana ability or a basic land card. So all of our jewelry, mana abilities. Grim Monolith, mana ability, Mana Vault, mana ability. More importantly, Coveted Jewel, mana ability. Also, the Might Stone and Weak Stone, mana ability. So this Moonsilver Key is going to let you tutor a lot of the most important parts of your deck. Now, another one I wanted to cover is the Might Stone and Weak Stone. So 5-mana legendary artifact. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Either draw 2 cards, or target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. This is a way that we get to Dumpster Collect Roof. We're about that life. Big fan. It's also just another, like, kind of mini Coveted Jewel. It costs 1 less. It only makes 2 mana. That mana can't be used for non-artifact spells, but, like, most of these things are fine. So Might Stone and Weak Stone is great, and it is an answer to things like Collector Roof or opposing Hull Breachers that may stop us from trying to draw our library. In the sideboard, we have 2 more copies of Ghostly Flicker for matchups where we're trying to grind and gain a little more value. We have 2 copies of Hull Breacher to shut off opposing decks that just want to draw all of the cards. Hurkyl's Recall for opposing Workshop decks. Another Pact of Negation as a way to interact with decks where we don't necessarily want to go card disadvantaged, but only really care about countering certain spells. 2 Force of Negations. This is another thing that we can board in against shops, especially on the draw, to kind of help offset their hate. 2 Dismembers. These are more answers to Collector Roof and Hull Breacher. Another copy of the Might Stone and Weak Stone. Again, this is an answer to Hull Breacher and Collector Roof, but is also just good. 2 copies of Defense Grid. This we can board in if our opponent is just going to have way more counter magic than we are. We can just go ahead and cut down on things like Pact of Negation in favor of Defense Grid. And finally, a Mycosynth Lattice, because sometimes our Karn will just get us there all by his lonesome. So, that is Jewel Shops. I am madly in love with this deck. I think it is so much fun, and it is doing reasonably well. So, pretty interesting. But, without any further ado, we're going to dive right in and play a league with Jewel Shops. I hope that everyone is having a fantastic week so far. A lot of ways you could be choosing to spend your Wednesday evening. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend it with me. Let's go indeed, Travis. Let's go indeed. Big fan of putting jewels into play off Mishra's Workshop. It's not the only thing I'm actually really super into with Mishra's Workshop. That and 2-card Monty. Monty's rad, but Monty's also a terrible deck. I would say, here's the brief synopsis of 2-card Monty. Monty is a deck if you want to be the person having the most fun at the vintage tournament, weekly event, whatever it might be, that you are attending, and that you have absolutely no fucks to give about what your win-loss record is at the end of the evening. You just want to be doing the coolest shit. Monty is a combo deck that just mashes together a bunch of 2-card combos all into one pile, and you're praying that you draw 2 of the relevant cards together. So historically, this deck has played things like Painter's Servant Grindstone, Helm of Obedience, Leyline of the Void. You can play Dark Depths Thespian Stage. Alternatively, what's also fun is Mirage Mirror. Mirage Mirror is a way to copy a combo piece that you are worried about being disrupted, or another way to play around with Dark Depths. Yeah, legacy variant of what, John? Of Monty? Because that's absolutely a thing. Monty is an archetype that has been around for ages. Ages and ages and ages. Yeah. Monty is an incredible deck. I think I know what you're talking about, because I think I also ran into that same player at a 1K. But, yeah, Monty is rad. Deck is, like, older than time. Not really, but deck has been around for a very long time. But the deck is not particularly consistent. I mean, this is pretty evident by a deck that, at the most recent iteration I recall, was trying to play Mishra's Workshop, Bazaar of Baghdad, and Volcanic Island, and Underground Sea, all in the same deck. Can become problematic. Our opponent was last seen 4 days ago playing PO. Oh, it's Justin. So opponent is Justin Gennari, aka I'm actually level 1, one of the most prolific vintage pilots currently active in the scene, and one of the dominating forces behind the vintage streamer Discord and data collection. Okay. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I didn't even look to see what the username was at first. MTG was just telling me that they were last seen on PO, and I didn't even look up. And then I looked up and saw who it was, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It could be anything, to be honest with you. Like, opponent was last seen 4 days ago on PO. He could be playing literally anything. Justin's range is so wide. And Justin plays a lot of funny things for content. Justin may have stepped away from his keyboard for a moment. That's true, his PO build is off. Things I'm more concerned with are like things like Lavinia. Lavinia can be particularly problematic. Justin has had good luck, have fun. I said, you too. One time, no polymorph. This hand, yeah, this hand doesn't. This hand is actually not terrible. What this hand does do is Workshop, Key, Opal, go, and then Saga, and then potentially like crack Key for something to tinker. I don't think it's good enough. This hand does more of the thing than you think it does, but not enough of the thing. Alright. We're gonna mull this. Turn one. I like this. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna ship the outcome. We're pretty poised to draw a bunch of cards anyway. This is just like turn one, we have Moon Silver Key, crack. Hold on. Key, crack. Go get Mana Crypts. Yeah, the outcome just goes back. The rest of this hand is better. Okay. Ancient Tomb. Grim Monolith. Okay. Mox? Okay, Metamorph. What does that button do? Metamorph Monolith. 5 mana, Might Stone and Weak. Still, this doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna go Workshop. Mox. Mox. I can cast and crack Moon Silver Key here to get us more mana. That's something I want in my life. I could also just get Trinisphere. I think we can do better. Okay, we have PO, we have Jewel, we have Moon Silver Key. So I think our game plan here is just Coveted Jewel, and then go from there. So opponent is trying to determine their best line. Oh, they have a Forge. Okay. The likelihood they brick here is pretty low. Oh! They bricked off the get. Top resolves. Top Forge is a combo. Opal. The question Justin has to ask here is, do we spin top or do we just draw with top and recast a top with the opal? That doesn't get us a whole lot of places, but I don't think we have that many more potential hits. Okay, we're just gonna draw. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yep. I think I would do the same. There's a Mox. Draw again. Every Mox we find is another hit. Tellurian, that's a good one. Five mana. Sean, thank you. Glad to see you, man. Sorry that I couldn't make it out to the build night. I had full well intended on it, and some things came up. I am definitely looking forward to the next build night at Leaping Panda, because I will absolutely be there. 100%. Life indeed. Life indeed. But yes. Thank you for the sub, Sean, and I greatly appreciate all you have done for the local hobby community. For anyone who is a Grand Rapids local and does not know, Sean is the owner of Leaping Panda Hobbies, and just like one of the most incredible dudes. Been a member of the hobby community for a long time, opened his own shop. What, Sean? We're like a year and a half ago now? John, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate you. I mean, oh, are we going on 2 years already, Sean? Jesus. I mean, Sean, I'm down to teach you to play Magic. This is probably not what you want to learn first, because this is hard mode. But I'm definitely down to, oh god. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely down to teach you to play Magic. I think we've tried this at one point already. But I'm definitely down. I will say that if you are into model kits and hobbying and things like that, he's on Thought Monitor, okay. Then checking out Leaping Panda Hobbies is probably going to be of great interest to you. Sean has incredible stock, fantastic pricing, and is just an all-around delightful human being to interact with. So definitely recommend. Sean, you didn't need to pay for that one, but I'm glad that you did. Oof. It would seem that my opponent may have found Tinker. Okay. John, it's funny. Oh, nice! I'm glad that you guys were able to get into that. I know that you had reached out to me about kind of some options and stuff like that. I'll have to chat with you about how it's going, because I am genuinely curious. And I don't want you to have to disclose all your business secrets here in my chat, so I won't ask now. But yeah, John, pretty funny. You gift a sub. It hits Van Wedge, who has been a very long time supporter of the channel, and who is a great human being. Okay, your key resolves. We could die here. We could absolutely die here. So here's what's interesting. theoretically, this card is a lot worse because of the presence of Thought Monitor, but what's hilarious is that we have this Phyrexian Metamorph. This Metamorph can let us copy their Thought Monitor and also draw cards while protecting our own jewels. Okay. Okay. Oh, well that's particularly interesting. Alright. Play my own Tolarian Academy. Cast my Coveted Jewel. Draw cards. I can cast another Coveted Jewel. Okay. Sick. Justin's off it. Great. That's so good for us. Alright, so things I'm interested in include not Pact of Negation. Get these pacts out of here. I'm going to pick up 2 Force of Negations. Trinisphere also pretty bad. We're both shop stacks, so I'm going to pick up at least 1 more Ghostly Flicker. And then, question mark? Like, Hercules is fine. Not insane, but fine. The reason Hercules isn't particularly great is because of the presence of Thought Monitor. By Herculesing them, they get to go ahead and replay that, and that's not really a life we're looking to live. Might Stone and the Weak Stone, not fantastic here. It's like fine, but not great. Actually, I may have talked myself into going in on Hercules here. And the reason being that it's just another way to protect my jewels. Yeah, you're gonna hear that a lot this stream, so like, feel free to laugh it up. But yeah, we're trying to protect our jewels. I'm gonna go ahead like this. Alright. So, we've both done the thing. Aren't we all? Indeed. This hand doesn't do anything. We're not trying to live this life. I mean... yeah? I mean, I do like this a lot. I'm not gonna lie about it. This gets us a turn 1 Karn, which is like absolutely insane. I'm gonna bottom flicker here. We're gonna bottom flicker. See, you're reborn tapped. Okay. Okay. It feels like trap almost. It's just force. Okay. Okay. I can't untap this. I'm doing this because this leaves us the ability to Hercules Justin here if he goes absolutely crazy. This also makes believe like we have hard cast Force of Will. Time Walk is fine. Tails. Okay. Do not pay 4 for Mana Vault. Okay. Wonder Flip again. Alright, well that's a kill condition. Well, we couldn't win 3 in a row, I suppose. Draw cards equal number of your cards in your hand +1. This is a draw 2, feels very bad. I'm just gonna hold on to this. I'm the one in control of this game right now. Tinker is fine. Going to Hercules at my earliest convenience. Yeah, I guess it's now. Okay, we had the Force, sure. Nope. That's the reason we held. Gonna go ahead and grab my own Manifold Key here. I don't think I care about this. Metamorph is fine. As a copy of Manifold. Sure, sure, sure. Monolith, okay. There's a land. Lands are not particularly great at the present moment. Okay. Top 8 cards of your library, put 2 non-creature artifacts with total mana value less than the sack. Okay. That's too dangerous to let resolve. Okay. Alright, we have taken down Justin on Smelting Vat Shops in round 1. Feels good. Let's go ahead and fire off another one. That's a great start to a league. Take down Justin in round 1. Baby, let's go. Alright. This opponent is known for playing Oops and other graveyard decks. We would love to play first. This isn't it. This also isn't it. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Ship PO. Bert, appreciate you. Thank you so much. I guess we're gonna bomb Jewel here. Mox Opal. Mox Sapphire. Mishra's Workshop, Trinisphere. Opponent's going to once in response. So this does lead me to believe that opponent is on GAC. And if that is the case, this Trinisphere is going to make their life difficult. Opponent has found a Basking Rootwalla. Got it. So this is going to pretty much shut down all of the lizards, all of the force effects. I think we're in good shape here. Cast Grim Monolith for 3 mana. Okay. This is going to be a very difficult game of Magic for our opponent's play. They're just going to keep hemorrhaging cards to Bazaar. I agree with you, Times. It's too bad we don't have that Jewel. I kept Time Lock because I figured that the fail rate was better that we would draw a single mana to turn on Walk than it was a 3 mana rock specifically to cast Jewel. I mean, that's a weird thing for you to put into play, but I suppose. So, the reason I'm commenting on that specifically is because this is an answer to Trinisphere. So, the deck does not play, like, infinite Boseijus. That Cradle doesn't do anything right now. Well, we have Outcome, should that ever become particularly relevant. Sure. Okay. Deck, I understand. You want to make sure that we're protected. I get it. This is not the time for that. All of these things have a requirement that we seem to be lacking. So what opponent's trying to do here is fish for 3 lands so they can get lands into play to... There's just 2 more Vigors. There's Yavimaya. That's fine. We have outs to that. That helps with those outs. So Ancient Tomb has entered the battlefield. Let's go. I just need to find the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. Then we just send this Collector Roof right back where it came from. There's a Strip Mine. That's unfortunate. Sure, this is just happening. Okay. Well, that helps too, I suppose. You blew your Strip Mine too early, friend. Also, this will find us our blue mana that we need for the rest of this hand. Three mana Lizard. Let's go. That resolves. Like, it's just fine. I will accept these beats. Because, like, the first one of these we make is a 4/4, and then they just, like, scale up from there. It's like 4/4, 5/5, 6/6s with a blue source for Time Walk. I love that for us. We're going to take 5 this turn, and then we go to 13, go to 11 when we make the first construct. Okay. PO, I need you to chill. Yep. Are you going to cast Lizard for 3 mana? I will allow it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna take Mox Opal here. These cards are basically identical. I'm not really sure what opponent's plan is here. They're gonna go to 1 card in hand. They have found additional Lizard. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. Wasteland is going to get back Bloodghast. Bloodghast will have haste. I mean, opponent, this is just what the Abyss looks like, right? Like... Yep. One has 3 Vigors in Yard. They've churned through a good portion of their deck. There's 2 Wastelands. That's good for us. I guess, like, we're in trouble if they have Natural Force of Vigor here. Okay. Yup. Put this island into play. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. I must block Basking Rootwalla. I take 5, go to 1. I need to draw a land. That's not a land. We have died. Alright. So things I like include... I don't need another Mightstone and Weakstone. Pact seems terrible. I grab a ghostly flicker here. I kind of just want to go faster than them. That's kind of where we're at. I just want to go faster than they do. Karn is of pretty minimal value, to be honest. The only thing I really like about Karn is that Karn will allow me to fetch something like Lattice. Lattice would be very good. I think that's all I really want to do. I could cut a Jewel here. I don't hate cutting a Jewel. Another flicker here. Yep, that's fine. Run it. This hand does nothing. We're gonna mulligan. Gonna keep ship PO. This is not optimal, but I think it's okay. Once is fine. I'm more interested in fighting over things like Vigor. That. I'm interested in fighting over that. Mox, yep. They don't have a force to back it up. Play a Grim Monolith. Next turn we have second Monolith into, or sorry, float off Urza's Saga. We're just casting another once here. So, this is a sign of the power level of stack, right? This is a Bazaar deck. They can do very, very powerful things very, very quickly. They have opted instead, okay, that's fine. Not the end of the world, resolves. Workshop. Good enough. Jewel. Time vaults. We're not quite there. Flicker, boom, boom. There's Vault Key. Cool. Opponent's off it. Alright, now, on the draw, things change a little bit. I want a little more interaction. Interaction would include, I don't know, I don't hate the Dismembers. Like, this card is super reasonable. Trinisphere feels a lot worse. Probably cut one Flicker for another Dismember. Just want more answers to things. Yeah, run it. Also, worth noting, Ghostly Flicker is in fact an instant. Demonic Tutor on turn 1, go find Ancestral Recall, Ancestral Recall. I don't hate that. This is not powerful as far as hate is concerned, but there's a lot of other stuff going on in this hand that I don't hate. I'm gonna be real with you, this matchup is mostly a race. Like, with the opponent presenting Bazaar on 1, they have now said, I'm going to try to kill you, not present a Collector Roof. Discarding Mox Emerald, that's bold. There's a hollow one, sure. Mox Ruby, yup. Not the Mox I would have kept personally, but that, I suppose, you're allowed. Okay. Workshop, Soaring. Manifold Key. Mox Opal. Tutor. Ancestral. Okay. We have 2 mana available to us. I can untap Soaring, go to 3 mana. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. So opponent's just like full on the race plan, is that it? That seems bad. Activate Bazaar, go to 6, then to 3. We know the 3 in their hand previously were not exceptional. John, I just realized that it was you that gifted the sub to Bert, not Bert subbing themselves. So thank you again, John. I'm sure Bert will appreciate it when they come back to the stream. All right, gonna go ahead and yeah, like our next turn is just like start casting jewels all over the place, and then we can Mightstone and Weakstone to kill this hollow one if it becomes particularly relevant, or if an opponent presents a Collector Roof. We can start by Mightstoning and Weakstoning the hollow one. They've presented a green producing land. Hello, Bloodghast. Is this an oof? This is a Collector Roof and a Vengevine coming back because of it. That's a lot of damage. One, two, three, four. Okay, there's Moonsilver Key. Workshop. This is just a kill. Kill this. Okay, Time Vault? Oh, it has to have a mana ability. Right. That's bad. We'll get Mana Crypt then. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Jewel? Do you have exactly Mindbreak Trap? Cool. Well, that's us 2-0. We have beat Cradlevine, and we have beat Justin playing Smelting Vat Shops. So that feels great. So, pretty hot start to a league. I'm not going to be mad. I'll tell you what, I'm going to be right back. I use a restroom real fast, and I will be right back, and we'll finish up this league. Stay tuned, everyone. Be back in 2 seconds. All right, and we have returned. Sorry about that. I happened to get caught in a phone call just before the stream started, so my prep was a little more haphazard than usual. I hope you can forgive me. But alright, yeah, I mean, beating Vat Shops and Cradlevine feels great. Beating Justin feels fantastic. Pretty spectacular. So I think we're off to a pretty hot start. Again, I appreciate everyone hanging out. There are a lot of ways you could spend your Wednesday evening. I'm grateful you've chosen to hang out with me. For those of you watching on YouTube later, I greatly appreciate the time you spend watching the content. I know that I talk a lot to everyone here hanging out in chat. That's because I can interact with them directly, but I do appreciate all the support I get over on YouTube. I have interacted with some of you in the past in the comment section. I do greatly appreciate your support. And if you're ever interested in catching us live, feel free to swing on by. You can see the Twitch in this way, in the bottom corner of the screen, where you are welcome to join. It is also in the video description down below. We are usually live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here in the US. And we play a bunch of Vintage and a bunch of Legacy and a bunch of other shenanigans, so it's a good time. I guess while you're waiting, this is where I do the ridiculous shill. If you enjoy the content you see here, please feel free to give a like on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Twitch. If you have the extra funds or have Amazon Prime and wish to donate your Twitch Prime subscription, those are greatly appreciated. All of the funds received from Twitch subscriptions go, and cheering, things like that, they go directly back into the stream. It's money to help me produce this content. Yep, that's it. Pretty straightforward. I am not the type to randomly... I would rather see the channel grow and you all continue to enjoy the content I'm producing than worry about making off with money from my pocket. So all the money goes right back into funding the stream. And occasionally beverages. I'm not going to lie to you. I consume a lot of beverages. A good portion of them while I'm streaming. Tonight, because we didn't address it earlier, this was a glass of white port that I bought from a local bottle shop that was delightful. Super nice. I have found that I'm a fan of white wine, and I have found that I'm a fan of port. And then only a couple months ago did I discover that white port exists, and I had to have it in my life. So I went to my favorite local bottle shop, and I bothered them, and they happened to have some white port. So I bought myself a bottle, and it's delightful. Oh. I do see some new names out there hanging out tonight. Hello, welcome. I'm Adam from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We play a lot of Eternal Magic on this channel, meaning Legacy, Vintage, Cube, occasionally some Pauper, things like that. Tonight, we are going hard on drawing cards with some Vintage Jewel shops. We are looking to use lands that produce a bunch of mana alongside artifact mana to cast Coveted Jewel, which when it enters the battlefield draws us 3 cards and also produces 3 mana. So, pretty great. Replaces itself +2 and gives us half the mana back, which is excellent. So I guess I don't know that I've ever discussed the full premise of this deck, right? So you have your Coveted Jewels and all your fast mana, but you also have 4 copies, of Phyrexian Metamorph. And the game plan, the primary game plan, is that Metamorph copies Jewel, draw more cards, get more mana. The reason that works is because Phyrexian Metamorph costs 3 and a Phyrexian blue, which means that we only ever need to pay 3 mana for it. So we are able to use the mana from Jewel to go ahead and pay for a Metamorph to make another Jewel, which gets us our mana back and draws us 3 cards. Opponent is a Devious Penguin. Alright, let's see. Opponent's chosen to play first. Seems smart. This doesn't do the thing. So opponent has revealed Luris, so they are probably on Jeskai. We're gonna mulligan. This is Mana Vault, Ancient Tomb, Mightstone and Weakstone. This is probably fine. I'm gonna ship this Seagate Restoration. Yeah, we're just gonna ship Seagate and then move on with our life. There is a non-zero... Wow. We ride? 3... Mox Pearl. Mana Vault. Mox Opal. This is fine. Mightstone and Weakstone. Draw 2 cards. Play Mox Ruby. Pass. I see. Okay. It's gonna blow up 1, 2, 3 Moxes. Sure. This is all actually fine. Nope. I didn't really want to draw more Metamorph here, but I guess that's where we're at. Metamorph. Copy my Mana Vault. Okay. Time Walk is fine. Am I getting stripped here? No? This feels like a Brian Kelly special here. We got EE'd. This definitely feels like a Brian Kelly special. Resolves. Nope. Nope. Okay. I mean, I don't hate just copying this Might Stone and Weak Stone to kill this JVP. In fact, I think I'm going to do just that. JVP dies. One doesn't really have anything going. Yeah. This has got to be a Brian Kelly special. Like, Sylvan Library and Vintage. Planners a Saga. Lynn has kept one extra card. Floating my mana there out of good habits. Whenever you draw your second card each turn and create a 2/2 cat. Yeah, with the Sylvan Library, I don't love that for us. One, two, three, four. No? Okay. It's weird to waste the Metamorph on this, but I kind of just want to kill it. It is in fact a spicy one. Force Pitch Misstep. Yeah, Misstep kind of missed its opportunity here. One's gonna make a 2/2 cat. They're not quite at 6 mana. Okay, I'm gonna take one here. That's fine. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no chance you're not supposed to attack. Nope. Nope. Grim Monolith. Nope. We need to draw some gas. Cathar Commando, sure thing. 3, 4, 5, 6. We probably hit a land here. No. Okay. There's a Saga, sure. I need to go absolutely ballistic here. Cathar Commando blows up Mightstone and Weakstone. That's fine. Seven's Reclamation getting back Cathar Commando. Nope. That ain't it. We died. Alright, so opponent's on some sort of creature deck with Sylvan Library. I don't hate Hull Breacher since opponent showed me they're trying to draw cards. I don't like Pact at all. Take these Hull Breachers. Opponent also feels like they're probably a deck that can ignore this Trinisphere. It still seems fine, but they feel like they're a deck that can probably avoid it. I'm going to cut a Jewel and bring in another Mightstone and Weakstone. I think I'm just going to want more answers to their stuff. I have a sneaking suspicion that opponent is going to play Collector Roof. Yeah, like, it's definitely possible they were supposed to be divinations and just trying to draw into gas. I thought about that at the time. My thought was that, like, our deck has enough nonsense in it. I mean, this seems pretty great, right? This is turn 1 Trinisphere with Force Back, turn 2 Jewel plus Time Walk. I'm gonna keep this. So, Tenors, my plan there was specifically to try to recoup after let's just try to find some gas. No. Trinisphere will resolve and you'll like it. Sick. Alright, so we're just totally unmolested here. We get to do whatever we want. Jewel. Opponent's off it. Sick. Alright, now... Oh yeah, we super won that game. Like, that wasn't close. The question is that on the draw, do I want access to things like Force of Negation? It doesn't feel terrible. It doesn't feel terrible. I think Trinisphere definitely gets worse. I don't hate Force of Negation. And the question is, like... This Flicker seems nuts because our deck contains Phyrexian Metamorph and their deck contains a bunch of things we might perceivably want to copy for some reason or another. This Ghostly Flicker can also beat up on Cathar Commando. When opponent goes to Commando us, we can just flicker our stuff. I like all of this well enough. There's a possibility we can just like cut something like Moonsilver Key. Like, I don't hate this. We've got a Force, we've got some mana. We have Urza's Saga as a way to kind of start taking meaningful game actions. I'm gonna keep. This one's a little questionable. Slightly dubious, if you will. I wouldn't hate a Mox. Or just a Jewel. That's Mox Emerald. Opponent is on 5. That's so good for us. Flooded Strand. Fetch. Sure. Preordain resolves. This feels like a game we're probably winning. That's a metamorph, okay. I don't think I care to go any deeper this turn. I think I'm just going to pass. Excuse me. This force is like easy pitching PO. I don't care about JVP. That's not a card that is going to beat me in any meaningful way. Alright, so we have second Monolith, Ruby, Saga, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really tempted to metamorph my Mox, or their Mox, for the purposes of having guaranteed 2 mana for Saga, but I can always do that next turn. Right now, opponent has basically nothing going. I will say, this is one of the biggest detriments of the deck, is trouble with producing blue mana. Mana Crypt is fine. Excuse me. Luris to hand. Christ. Okay. Should I copy Mana Crypt here? I just want a way to be able to activate this Urza Saga that doesn't cost me a Grim Monolith. And then I'm going to go ahead and get us access to blue mana. JVP flip. Sure. God. Yeah. So this is the problem. That's fine. It's still a 3/5. Luris is in play, sure. Oh. Hello, Magic Online. Thank you. Tails it is. We won our flip. We found an ancient tomb. Need to draw the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. This is where I get sad and look at the dismembers in my sideboard. Yeah. Yep. Flash 3-2. A 3-1. That's fine. It's a Moon Silver Key. I will play for the purposes of growing the Saga construct. 3, 6, 7, 8. I would love to kill this Jace if they'll let me. They will. The reason I want to kill that Jace there is I don't want them to put anything. I guess they're going to recast JVP from the graveyard. But that's something I'm okay with, and it's going to take time for them to get it online again. And that means they're not taking other game actions. It also doesn't shrink my construct this turn, which is fantastic. That sucks a lot. So this is some sort of new Bant Hate Bears deck. Lost our flip. And we die? Nice. Alright, I was not prepared enough for Hate Bears. Probably should have boarded in the 2 dismembers. We did not see that their deck was that hateful in game 1. In my mentality, we were looking at something a little more Brian Kelly. It was trying to draw cards and play weird cards. And so I was trying to fight on the axis of fighting over Ancestrals and things. But it turns out no. Opponent was just a Hate Bears deck. So we got juked. Womp womp. That's still us 2-1. This league is still in plenty good shape. So, again, I appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. Quite a few new names out there. If you are new to the channel, discovering us for the first time, hello, I'm Adam from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Also, how did you find us? I'm always curious to know how people come across the stream. Opponent was last seen 4 days ago playing some Jund pile. This ain't it. Yikes. I'm gonna be greedy. And why I say greedy is because I can go turn 1 Mox Opal, Tolarian Academy, Ancestral me. And if opponent was seen on some Jund pile, they can't stop it. Not some Jund pile. Mox Opal. Are you gonna daze me? So they had Force of Will. They are an Oko deck. Sure, that tracks. Show me mana producing land. Well, that ain't it. Play this Urza Saga. Sit here and pray. I would have loved to hit a Workshop or a Soul Land there to cast the Grim Monolith. I think we're in reasonable shape. Opponent's not really doing anything, but... Friend, we're in combat. What are you doing? Why are we stopped here? You know, braid my mocks during combat? Okay. Flicker is currently our pitch card. The reason being, I'm not presenting anything I'm remotely interested in flickering, so... I say you're gonna vigor me in upkeep? That's intriguing. Go ahead and grab Mana Crypt here. Play Grim Monolith. Play Time Vault. Turn on Mox Opal cast PO. I don't hate this. We're not POing. Oh, Opal is on. You're right, you're right, you're right. I'm bad at this. You can force Vault. Ghostly Flicker. These two? Thank you, Ten Arms, I forgot. Yep, my brain just didn't process that we actually already had what we needed. Ancient Tomb. Mox. Mox. Grim Monolith. No point in playing out the crypt here. Doesn't do anything. We're just gonna pass. Yeah, I just let the force go because we could do the whole thing instead. That sucks. I am sure that Black Lotus does not mean good things for us here. I have to force of will this. My deck cannot function with Narset Parter of Ales in play. Cool. Good. Good. Why do I have a sneaking suspicion that opponent has a Hull Breacher? That one's good. Like that one a lot. I'm replaying this because future ones get worse. We're gonna keep this Mox Opal. I feel like this Trinisphere is gonna make their life much harder. They are Rug. 3 mana Mox Emerald, sure thing. That's great for us. That's a PO. So we're going to... Do I pick up Trinisphere here or no? It feels like it's good. I'm gonna pick up Trinisphere too. Okay. One is just F6 here. My God. Deck, can we please? I just need to find a jewel. One, two. I can just crack my Lotus and cast this the hard way. Blue, blue, blue. Get out of here. Save my Metamorphs for a rainy day. I still have plenty of mana left laying around. Nope. My God, deck. That's PO, Flicker gone, Ancestral gone. Okay. Time Vault is already gone, so we can't infinite. Sure. Opponent had another Minskin boot anyway. Lost our flip. My God. And we just die? Like, the only chance we survive is if we have something to block? No, now opponent just attacks, then flings. So do we have... I think we're just dead here. It took me a minute to do the math, but I think we're just dead. So... opponent is on Rug. That being said... I do need to be mindful of... I'm gonna cut 2 of these forces, bring in 2 grids, cut the Flicker for the second Might Stone and Weak Stone, because I strongly suspect opponent will be on Collector Roof. Oh, I don't want Pact. Pact is terrible. Take Force of Will instead. Yep. This hand isn't good enough. It has a Force. It has a Grid. Not in the order I want. Gas. Keep. comes Saga. My game plan here is turn 1 Tinker. I'm just going to try to turn 1 Tinker, and if it doesn't work, then I have Might Stone and Weak Stone as a backup. I guess, what's the math here? 3, 4, 5, 1 floating, draw 2 cards. We can do both? Yeah, we get to do both. You are correct. This is assume. Yeah, okay. Of course. Tinker. Oh, no we don't. Tenors, this is not an artifact. That is not an artifact. That is problematic. We needed to draw artifact mana off the top. Tenors, the problem is we can't next turn because we don't have a blue source. Yeah, we need to turn on Opal. That's the move. We need to turn on Opal. Any artifact does it, which is fantastic, but we need to turn on Opal. Okay. That doesn't do the thing. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We're playing Saga. Currently we're on Saga plan. That'll get us an artifact eventually. We do have a blue card for Force of Will. Mox Ruby, sure. I will force you. Seagate Restoration also does not help. Unless... well... I think we're just gonna go for broke here. Okay, that tracks. I was like, huh, opponent didn't fight over Deck Fade. They must not have force. No, that was incorrect. They had force, just the other one. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Soul Ring. Magic Online, hello? Joel? Look at me not playing around Spell Pierce. If I had gotten Mana Vault, we would have been fine. My thought process was to get Soul Ring. And I don't know why, to be perfectly honest with you. I couldn't tell you why I chose Soul Ring over Mana Vault there, but the correct line would have been to get Mana Vault. And if we had gotten Mana Vault, we would have been totally okay. Magic Online struggling like Magic Online does. Say it's not my connection. I'm not getting yelled at over here. It just appears to be a Magic Online related thing. Oh, nope, I lied. I lied. Oh god. Well, YouTube friends, this is where the recording has, the stream has died. So it's just us now. It is just us now, YouTube friends. As we wait for whatever is going on with my settings. Pay no attention to what you're seeing at present. My net connectivity won't even pop up? What a disaster this has become. Oh, we're back. It seems we are back. Yep. 10 arms, I caught it. I had literally been making a comment. Yeah, we did it. I have no idea what happened. Magic Online is still giving me the death spiral, like it doesn't know what to do. Opponent has messaged us. Yep. Are we going? Okay. I did get Soul Ring, should have gotten Mana Vault, because we got Spell Pierced. Yeah, they Spell Pierced Jewel. Just straight up Spell Pierce. Get a PO here. It's like not the PO we were looking to live. Not the PO life we were looking for, but we'll draw 2 off it. Opponent has Vigored us in response. Sure. Okay, opponent has no cards in hand, and we have a pair of 2/2s. They're at 7. What a party. They have found another Force of Vigor. We're gonna kill Narset and then Jewel. That doesn't work. For some reason, my brain said that we could drop this Jewel again. We cannot. Opponent needs their top card to be green source or green card. Sick. Yep, so that worked out okay. Thinking about this again, is there anything else different? Like, I don't like Trinus here on the draw. Like, not the slightest. I think I can also shave one Jewel. And then add a pair of Dismembers. Three. 4, 5. This Stone Cold dies to a turn 1 Collector Roof. Otherwise, we get Jewel into Metamorph. I'm gonna keep. I feel like this is a hand you just have to keep. And if opponent has turn 1 oof, opponent has turn 1 oof. Okay, that's very good. Play this. Yeah, so my game plan here is, well, we were fine anyway because I could just Legend Rule the Opal. But my thought process here was this way we get to play around Spell Pierce or Daze or something crazy like that. Tracks. Force Pitch Force is actually okay for us, though. I just need to find another mana source to activate Saga now. So our opponent goes like red source, Spree or 2 Moxes, and then I just draw Ancient Tomb. Mox Emerald, sure. Ruby, yep. Opponent is real bold about this whole, like, maybe you don't get to play Magic game instead of just developing their own shit. I'm doing this now because then if we draw something like Grim Monolith, we get to PO next turn. Oko, yes. Are you elking a mox? No, you're making a food. Okay, that's fine. God damn it, Karn. You son of a bitch. Karn this was like the one time, man. This was the one time. Yup. Sure. Okay. So, max punish, opponent has Null Rod instead of Oof. Yikes. We are probably dead. Do we have... We would have to lattice. Our out is to try to lattice opponent, which seems unlikely with them having elks. Sure. They elk their other mocks when we die? Nice. Alright, well, we got punished there. Opponent had Spell Pierce for our coveted jewel in game 2, and then in game 3 they had Null Rod instead of Collector Oof. I would have very much expected Collector Oof, given the presence of Tropical Island, but sure, fine. You got it. So, opponent next leveled us. We are now 2-2. We need to win this last one to go ahead and get our 3-2 and our chest. So let's see what we can do here. Again, I appreciate everyone hanging out. I do apologize for the brief interruption there. Not really sure what happened, but everything just fell right out for a second. So, Tenarms, I love that you messaged me on like every possible platform. All right. I'm gonna keep. I appreciate you. I just noticed that you messaged me on like every platform on planet Earth. Sure. Ox Emerald. Yeah, you got it. Dark Ritual. Okay. Opponent should be DPS. No, opponent is just oops. Sick. Okay. So things I want for oops do not include maybe they include patch negation on the play? Maybe they don't. I don't think I'm interested in patch negation here. I do think I'm interested in force of negation. This Trinisphere seems like hot fire. Mightstone and Weakstone seems pretty trash. I'll take a Ghostly Flicker here, I guess. Maybe it's just a Hull Breacher. Yep. Turn 1, Saga, Mana Vault, go. Have Force plus Ancestral. I'm gonna keep. Opponent has also kept 7, so their hand should be pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna have to make a strong choice here about, given that I have Force of Negation, I almost have to force opponent's fast mana, and I'm not sure that seems like a reasonable one, I'm not gonna lie to you. Opponent has Pact, okay. Three mana. Dark Ritual. 5 mana. Spy. Sure. Crypt. Pourquoi? This is just like still had all these? Okay. So only 2 Narcomoebas, so some number of Narcomoebas are in hand. There's Oracle. Show me Dread Return. Yeah, they have an Narcomoeba in their hand for sure. Just want to make sure... Dread Return's right here. Okay. Sick. I will concede the game. Well, that's unfortunate. We have died in the final round to... Let's go ahead and get this back. We died in the final round to oops. My hand had a force. The force did not matter. Opponent was able to beat... Opponent would have been able to beat multiple forces. To be honest, they had 2 creatures plus the mana to cast both. They had 1 Narcomoeba in play, or 1 Narcomoeba in hand, but they still get access to Dread Return. Yeah, like Spell Piercing Coveted Jewel is like the thing that I'm just like, come on. But it's even worse that we could have played around it. I chose not to. I kept my land in hand because I wanted access to a better land should I draw one off Jewel, and I got punished for that. And this is, it's funny, I was talking about something like this about the other day at work. Heuristics are great. So the heuristic there was, well, I'm going to draw cards, so I'm going to save my land drop. I was not playing around exactly Spell Pierce, which is something I could have played around. Now, like, there's a whole argument about should you, which is fine, but we could have actually played around Spell Pierce, and by not doing so, it cost us that game. Opponent Spell Pierced our Jewel, and then went about their business. So that was pretty unfortunate. But, yeah, no, we actually, we won that game, didn't we? Weird. Anyway, yeah, it was just something we could have played around and we didn't. And, like, opponent had the thing to punish us for it. But, so this is the list we played tonight. This is Coveted Jewel Shops. Overall thoughts, like, this version seems fine. I saw another version playing both Displacer Kitten and Cyberdrive Awakener. I absolutely love the ever-loving shit out of Cyberdrive Awakener in this deck. You play so many rocks that just sit around, and, like, drawing a Cyberdrive Awakener and going, beep, is a really insane juke. I wanted to try a Ghostly Flicker list tonight. Flicker felt fine, but not insane. Like, there was a turn where Flicker allowed us to get our Tinker countered, then we flickered and PO'd instead. So that was pretty okay. But, yeah. I think that Jewel Shops is rad. I love this deck to pieces. I don't know that I necessarily love it more than other things you can be doing in the format, but the deck's a lot of fun. I would say if you're looking to get into playing Vintage online, proxy, whatever it might be, and you're looking to try something kind of a little different, this deck is sweet. You get to do some of the prison stuff, like you have Karn, you have a Trinisphere, you have access to Mycosynth Lattice, stuff like that. But then you also have this like PO, draw a whole bunch of cards side of the deck, which is pretty sick. But that is it for me for the evening, everyone. I will be back on Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We're not sure what we're doing yet. If you have suggestions or thoughts, please feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on the Dying Bird website, which my username is down below. Reach out to me on Discord if you find me on any various Discord. Totally cool. Send me whispers on Twitch or leave comments on YouTube. I'm always curious to see what other people to find out what other people would like to see. In the meantime, like, I have fun playing a lot of stuff, so. But anyway, I will call it there for the evening. You all enjoy the rest of your evening. We will see you again on Friday. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your week. Cheers, everyone. You have a great night.